Hello and welcome to the Cat Collective. I'm Nina, I'm the channel for this channel. And let's start. Show the world the real you. And it's time to give rather than take. Okay. I just felt guided to start a bit differently today. Synchronicity, teacher, and attraction. Yeah. Spirit. Connecting the dots. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the messages. Oh, okay. So, what I'm getting out of this is what you need to show the world the real you is to know the real you, right? And especially when you're going through a spiritual awakening of some sorts, you don't know who you are anymore. You know, you look at everything and I'm getting all the signs, you know, and maybe you see some signs from the radio, you see some signs on TV or on a smartphone, you know, electronic devices, that's what I'm getting. And you are trying to be guided somehow, you know, you search for external guidance, especially during this process because you feel lost. And you're trying to connect the dots, also by trying to find a way with external guidance. And I think it led you to you try to be in synchronicity with yourself, right? And you don't know who you are anymore and what you want and what you don't want. Maybe you look back into your past, and I think you try to wipe the slate clean, just remove everything. And it feels good, right? It feels good to leave a lot of things behind that don't suit you. But I think along the way, with all those guidances and everything, you got lost a bit. And you now I think something happened that hurt you a lot based on your own decisions. And it's a teacher, right? Teacher for what your values are. You didn't know anymore what your values were. You thought it was just something from your past that was holding you back. And it's a painful lesson in a way. And you want to I'm getting, it's a bit hard. It's a hard message. It's this, Why did you do that? Was it because of external things? I'm getting this split vision of you try to reject a part of yourself that you didn't appreciate, you know, and you try to get rid of this. But I think you came to the conclusion that there's a deep part of yourself that is there for a reason, and you try to make up for it, for the mistake, by bringing an offer with roots, but really with roots. I think, you know, sometimes we have to lose everything to actually know who we are, right? Because if you are not certain anymore of anything, and you look for external guidance and everything, you just realize that the external guidance can't help you either. You have to trust your own being. But sometimes we get so lost that we don't trust in our abilities to be ourselves. And especially if we don't know who we are, we make mistakes that cause us heartache, right? And it could be that you try to search for something way out there, what you actually had just next to you. And yeah, you realize that this is maybe not the right way. It might be it's just I think you lost something that you no, you found something. You found something that you lost along the way. And it's a part of the process, because if we are guided externally and we get overly confused, you know, by all the signs and everything, we don't use our own guidance anymore, and then the energy gets distorted. So I'm not. Maybe you've read the book The Alchemist, I think it was. I'm not sure who wrote it, but I'm bad with names. But it's a guy who went out in the world and he had some guidance stones, and he used them whenever he wasn't sure about things. But eventually, along the way, he had to learn that the guidance comes from within, and there's no one externally can guide you through this in the way you can do it yourself. But by doing so, you also have to make mistakes, right? You have to find your way through all of this And it's a try and error, you know, when you are being reborn in a way, when you are becoming a new person, you have to find a way, the way back to your own guidance, especially if you start feeling a lot again. And there might be a lot of feelings within you that you want to that you just want to satisfy, right? And there are a lot of values that need to be overthought again, right? And I'm getting this feeling that it had also something to do with a potential relationship, or a potential just a potential relationship that you, when you looked at the person, maybe they changed you a bit and you thought that this is it, but when you took a few steps, you know, along the way, you realized that this is not you, and that this is not completely you, that you need something else, you have different values than this person. And you try to maybe become a bit more like them, and therefore you lost, or you try to lose a lot of other things that have hurt you. There's something that you did that you now regret. And it's time to give rather than take. Is this what I'm getting with this is love. That you actually, you know, Virgo, the sign Virgo is a very giving sign. And I think you realized that you like to, that you like to give, and that you are a nurturer, and maybe you rejected this part of yourself a bit. Okay, so it's significant. And maybe you didn't want to give anymore, but then you realized that this is not it either. So the guidance is to be bold and make the first move and communicate your struggles, right? Communicate what your mistake has been without pride. You know, when we sometimes we do that, and we are so prideful that our pride holds us back. Our pride holds us back to communicate and make the first move and apologize, right? And the guidance clearly is that to do it. And I'm noticing that the mountain I'm looking at out of the window is burning. There's some fire going on. This could be how you feel. That is a reflection of the feeling you hold within you for realizing things, right? Yeah, so let's see. Okay, if you were questioning that whether your loved ones are safe or something like that, Could be that you are questioning whether everything is okay or not, or just not just safe. It's this because it's a time for healing. You know, could be that you are questioning whether this will be forgiven. But I'm sure what you have done is it didn't come from a bad place, because the moment you do something, your intention, when it's good and it comes from a loving place and you do it with an open heart, and I'm sure you did that, even though you now regret things, they won't be held against you at all. And if you sincerely speak your wish into being, you know, you can certainly reverse the fire and just make it stop. You can make it stop, and you can attract what is meant for you. That's what I'm seeing. It's just the question is in the room, who are you, right? Because of this part, it's this, who are you? Is this you or is it not? There's also fear involved. Fear was fear also guiding you to take the external guidance and be totally confused and just having it? Is that fear? Is that spring? Spring is certainly not fear. Oh, now I'm seeing all the energies. Yeah, I think you were sitting in a room. You wanted this. You wanted a retreat for yourself, right? And you were sitting in a room full of energies, like spring almost. It's this. You couldn't find a retreat, and therefore you had to just do something. And yeah, it's all this growth around you, and it didn't feel it caused unease, I think, and that led you to this, the noise, the stress, the everything, you know. Yeah, but spring also means that new things grow, right? Also attraction. So there's something about I'm noticing the dark in the card. I think you did something consciously to attract a bit darkness into your life, so you could burn a bit, right? And now you want to stop the fire because you now see the beauty underneath the darkness, and that this flower is still at the same place, but it needs to grow. It can grow anywhere, but it doesn't have to be somewhere else. It just can grow. because the light and the beauty and the colors, they are wherever you are, right? And now there's so much dark. It's, I mean, it's balanced, right? It's balanced. Is this a hummingbird? I'm not sure how they look like, but just recently learned that the hummingbird is the only bird that can fly backwards. So this is clearly something for you. It's this, yeah, you learn your lessons and you know what puts you into synchronicity and what doesn't. And if you are wanting to reverse the fire and do it like that, you can do so, you can try so, but it's this almost, it's this going through the dark to see the light wherever you are right now. And the universe is certainly not holding this against you, because you are not someone who does anything from a place of closed-heartedness. And the moment you do your decisions, you do it from what you know in this moment, right? And after a while, when you learn that there's something else that there was just a kink in your energy, and that you were wrong. Sometimes we do that, we make mistakes, and afterwards we think, oh, that was not right, right? Yeah, and then we can fly backwards and repair this. And if it's certainly, in every way, you will learn something from this. And most of all, you will you learn something about yourself, right? But I'm wondering, is there something you can do? I love this card. I just picked up the deck, and this was the card that was shown, and this is the retreat. And it's this, yeah, you now know what you love, who you love. Maybe you didn't want to accept the love, you couldn't accept it because you didn't feel worthy of it, maybe. And now you see that you deserve that, actually, and that it was for you, right? You know, there's nothing more beautiful than being in nature, except if you are in nature with someone you love, right? That's what you want. And shooting stars. It's this trying to catch your dream. Yeah, and rise. So be assured that if you feel regret of any kind, you don't need to. Of course, you do feel it. And if you do, act on it and see what happens, and what is for you is yours and will be returned to you. So let's pull a card where every card has the same meaning. Very certain deck. Oh, that's a surprise. Everything's going to be okay. Yeah. Let's see who this reading is for. Aries. Okay. Yeah, so I hope this reading was helpful, and additional info is in the letter box below, and see you next time. Bye bye.